Hey folks, good Friday afternoon and welcome to our Friday market wrap up here at Top Gun Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, and man, look at that week. Look at last week. Explosion, implosion, explosion, implosion. Man, we are in a volatility dogfight and we're printing money. I think 10, 12 grand this week in sniper shots, volatility trades. Speaking of 10 to 12 grand, you have until midnight tonight to take me up on a 60% off lifetime deal. As of me jumping on the air right now, we have 12. We have 12 new lifetime members, or at least folks that have signed the agreement and got it to me today. If you don't get to me today by midnight, it's done. Right back up to the regular price. It's $22,500. And in 2023, let's go, Brandon, probably going to see a price increase to $25,000. It's worth 23 grand right now for 1 year. So you're immediately vested, folks. So it's going up in price. Thank you to, I'm going to call it the Putin price hike. So the reason lifetime membership is going up is Vladimir Putin. Isn't that how that works? Folks, you have got to email me now. Wiz@topgunoptions.com. I'll get you the agreement. Just a simple one page. Sign it. Get it back to me. And then we'll worry about whether you wire funds or I can send you a PayPal link. We can get it paid, man. 60% off. That's it. I've only done in 13 years of Top Gun Options, folks. I've done this twice that I've offered a insanely half off discount. Why? The last time was because death was coming to this market and we made millionaires and we're going to do it again. We're going to get into it right now and give you a quick brief about what's going on and why I think we're going to go lower. But Wiz, W-H-I-Z, at topgunoptions.com. Get to me today by midnight and you can secure that 60% discount. Otherwise, man, if you get to me tomorrow, from Sunday, Monday, sure, you can join Lifetime, and it's $22,500, which is fine because take a look at our, this is what account is this, 4,700. This is one of my solo, maybe I'll launch a new service called Solo Sniper. This is just a portfolio where I take sniper shots in, meaning day trades on the S&P 500, $80,000 year to date. There's another portfolio that's kind of mixed. I think it's a solo Amazon portfolio because when I've been in solo Amazon briefs lately, what have I been doing? Looking at my other screens going, okay, let's take a sniper shot. Boom. I think there's, I don't have it in front of me. I'm not going to make up numbers, but I think we're close to $130,000 just in S&P 500 trades year to date. So if you don't get to me before midnight tonight, Wiz@topgunoptions.com, spending $22,500 on a lifetime membership still makes sense because, knock on wood, you're gonna do pretty damn well and pay that off soon, especially as we implode even further. What are you talking about, man? We're going down more? Yep. We have 10, maybe 20% further to go underneath here. Let me just pull up the S&P 500. Take a look at a 5-year chart on SPX, man. How many times have I drawn under this and it's going to come true? Look at that. Look at the drill bit. The drill bit under where I said, look out below. We don't hold here, folks. We don't hold this 3,500-ish. There is nothing underneath here. Maybe the pre-COVID high, the Jan 2020, Donald Trump had beaten a couple impeachments. He beat the Chinese in a submission on a trade deal. Unemployment among Hispanics, African Americans was at record lows. Stock market at record highs. Everything was great. And then it ended. And then right here, Jerome Powell, the arsonist, came in and lit a financial fire, and now we're dealing with it. So unless Jerome Powell steps back in to save capitalism, I think we implode, man, easily for a lot of reasons, economically. But, man, you know how I feel about what's going on around the world right now. It can be an absolute horror. So I am really excited. We got a former Navy flight surgeon joining us. We have a former, I don't know, man, I'm starting to hit my quota of Tomcat guy. My apologies, folks. Another Tomcat guy joining the Lifetime team. So welcome aboard, Tony. On my list right now, I have 12 people who are signing up. That's going to make, look at that, 188 members in the Max Afterburner group and growing. 60% discount, midnight. Get on it. What happened this week? Everything. No possibility of a reconciliation any longer. The United States and China are now officially in an economic war. We've been in an economic war. Now they're actually saying it. We're actually in a real war with China, but that's a separate discussion. So war with China. Vladimir Putin deploying 11 nuclear bombers just 20 miles from NATO borders as Russia warns of an apocalyptic World War III. Let's not believe him. Let's just remember this guy a couple weeks ago? I'm not bluffing. Oh, he's bluffing. Kremlin officials warn of guaranteed escalation to catastrophic World War III. Do you see Elon Musk? I love Elon Musk. He's a Putin sympathizer. Right? Yeah, okay, folks, throttle that back. I just got back from the studio a little while ago, did my Max Afterburner podcast today. I was solo, so you get Solo Wiz. That should drop on Monday. But, folks, this is just... So if you go against the prevailing narrative out of the liberal elites or just the elites today, you're a traitor, racist, Putin sympathizer, Nazi, right? COVID, yeah, take your shot. Did you see this week in Pfizer news, an executive testified under oath that they didn't even test it against transmission. This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. What? If you don't get a vaccine, it's un-American. It's not patriotic. You're calling me un-American and not patriotic for putting a therapeutic untested into my DNA? Okay, dude, then I'm a traitor. Pfizer this week admitted they never tested it against transmission. It was a lie. Joe Biden, the angry old man, yelling at this country, yelling at guys like me who wasn't going to take that shit. And it turned out that they didn't even test it against transmission. But, of course, the Ukrainian flag people in their bio and the I got vaccinated in their profile picture, they will never admit anybody lied or it was wrong to do. Masking children, the lowest people, forcing Navy SEALs, the most physically fit dudes on the face of the planet, to get this shit. Anyway, here's what I'm getting at. If you go against the current narrative, you get in trouble. So Elon Musk said, hey, Starlink, guess what, Ukraine? I can no longer I'm not a charity, man. I'm losing money giving you this Starlink service for free. He sent a letter to the Pentagon like a month ago, like, hey, man, I'm giving this shit at a discount and I'm not a charity. Are you going to start paying for it? But guess what happened last week? Elon Musk, God forbid, mentioned maybe we should kind of start, can we talk about peace? Oh my God, he's a Putin plan. He's a sympathizer. He's a horrible human being. The Ukrainian ambassador to Germany told Musk to fuck off in a tweet. These are grown-ups, right? Joe Biden talking to Democrat donors off the cuff. We're close to Armageddon. What? Ambassador, fuck off. Words have meanings, folks. I thought the adults were in charge. So the Ukrainian ambassador to Germany tells Elon Musk to fuck off. And then guess what? Elon Musk, you know what? We will. I'm just going to follow his recommendation. I will fuck off. I'm taking my Starlink. Oh my God, we're using Starlink to win the war. Maybe you don't tell the dude to fuck off. Maybe you grow up. And I love what's going on Twitter. This guy, he ain't no charity, folks. He's not Raytheon, Northrop Grumman. He's not a defense company that our Secretary of Defense used to work for, who's getting filthy rich. The defense contractors are getting filthy rich right now. Elon Musk was hooking Ukraine up with Starlink. He was told to fuck off. He's going to say, all right, I'm gone. And people are freaking the fuck out on Elon Musk. Are you people nuts? The man mentions the P word, peace, not Putin, peace, and he's a Russian plant. Now he's going to take a Starlink and leave, and everybody goes apeshit. Grow the fuck up. Grow up. You can't have it both ways, man. First of all, start acting like adults. There's people being turned into hair, teeth, and eyeballs as I'm doing this brief right now. Pretty easy to sit here with your Ukrainian flag in your bio and Armageddon and fuck Putin, let's all die. Donald Trump's going to start World War III. Oh, really? He actually didn't. We're actually heading towards World War III, according to this president. But get on Twitter and go look at this thread with the way people are like going after, or not. Trust me, some people are going after Elon Musk. I totally support the guy. God forbid you actually want peace in this world. You're some sort of anti-American Putin plant instead of a critical thinker. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Americans' nuclear fears surged to the highest levels since the Cold War. since I was in grade school, duck and cover under the desks. You would think the president of the United States, who tells private donors we're on the verge of Armageddon, don't you think that should have been like a White House primetime address? I know that's past his bedtime, but no. I thought the adults were in charge. If we are on the verge of Armageddon, Mr. President, you fucking need to be telling us this, not Democratic donors. It's a disgrace. And then also this week or earlier this week, or was it last week? I don't even remember. There's so much shit going wrong and bad. I can't even keep track of it. So Joe Biden calls MBS a murderer. Saudi Arabia is a backwards ass country we'll never do business with. And then what happens? MBS picks up the phone, calls Putin. You know what? I can't stand Iran. We're going to cuddle up with you guys since America hates me. Okay, welcome. Joe Biden, whoa, hold on. We need more oil. You need to pump more. MBS, no. So Joe Biden flew to Saudi Arabia, begged, did the fist pump with the murderer that he said he'd never do, begged for more oil, and they said, yeah, no. What did Biden say this week? We are going to retaliate. So the president of the United States apparently called Saudi Arabia and said, please don't cut production in front of the election. Cut it after. So the president of the United States called a foreign power to interfere in our election. Ever hear that narrative before? Oh, yeah, they impeached somebody for that. I think a couple times. So the president of the United States, and now, since they didn't, increase production, I'm gonna stick it to them with weapons deals and stuff like that. So we have a bunch of quid pro quos going on between Biden and Saudi Arabia. That was the last guy was impeached for doing to Ukraine, kind of, which is the country that's at war right now that we're supporting. And the president's son, Hunter, with vast experience in oil and gas, not a day experience, got a huge paying job in that country. Are you paying attention to all this? It's a disgrace. Anyway, what's this have to do with trading? Everything. Biden says a recession is possible in an interview this week, but very slight. No. Well, Mr. President, until you redefined what the word recession meant, remember? 2 negative quarters of GDP growth. Well, we had that. Yeah, but we're not in a recession now. That's the old definition. The new one is what? Whatever we say it is. Oh, okay. So things are even worse. We're actually in one technically, but we're not. So this week, ladies and gentlemen, inflation came in raging hot again. I mean, not blindingly as hot as last month, but blindingly hot. But of course, the president's, we're making progress on inflation. No fact checking, no anything. The New York Times this week actually put out an op-ed that said what? Oh, Trump was a liar. But when Biden, it's folksy. It's cute. He's an old man. So when Joe Biden lies, it's folksy and an old manish. Did you see that in the New York Times this week? I did. I have to read all this stuff because it's my job, because it moves the markets. Donald Trump, absolute mortal liar, horrible liar. Joe Biden, it's folksy when he lies. He's been lying for decades. Graduated top of my law class, whatever. I can sit here for an hour and tell you all Joe Biden's lies, including the ones today. It's not worth it. But anyway, raging inflation. So this morning, JP Morgan had earnings, Morgan Stanley. Actually, the financials look good this morning. And what happened? Buy the rumor, sell the news. Look at yesterday's market explosion. Look at this thing. Rip your face off. Look at this. Inflation at 40-year highs. What did I tell you was going to happen? I said get bearish on volatility. We did a bearish trade on VXX that made $2,500, whatever it is. And we took sniper shots. Bull put spread, bull put spread. I had a bear call spread up here go awry. But based on all the other snipers this week, about 10 to 12 grand in profit this week. Paid for your lifetime membership, 60%. End of today, Wizard Top Gun options. Boom. But anyway, look at this. I said what would happen. I said if it comes in blindingly hot, which it did, we would have a knee-jerk reaction sell-off. We did. And then that. And then reality setting in. This thing, we are going back down here, guys, to 3,500. Look out below as we get into the last hour of trading here. 3,550 maybe. This thing's going to slam into the close, in my opinion. But look at Jamie Dimon this morning. This is a fucking war. A lot of the F words going around from the chairman or the Ukrainian minister to Germany and me. I dropped a couple. I apologize. Jamie Dimon slams Biden for begging the Saudis for oil. No, Jamie, he begged the Saudis for oil and they said no. Now you know who he's begging, Mr. Dimon? Venezuela, Iran. He's going to dictatorships that murder people, that murder Americans, and begging for oil. Says investors don't give a shit about ESG. You think? Jamie Dimon, based Jamie Dimon, man. This is good for him. It gets worse. Besides predicting a hard landing and a 30% crash, he also says his gut tells him the Fed's fund rate will be about 4 to 4.5. Duh. Folks, we haven't, the Fed, I think we're going to get a full point in November. We laughed about this headline, economic strength, weakens outlook for stocks. This headline, print it, put it on your computer. This is why retail traders fail. Whoa, what are you talking about? The strong economy is bad for stocks? Duh, you're in bizarro market. Good economic news is bad news because Jerome needs to tighten and raise rates, man. So always remember that. We laughed about this week. Ben Bernanke winning the Nobel Prize for Economics. Is Jeffrey Dahmer winning the Peace Award? This is a sick joke. I was in the Board of Trade in the Chicago Board Options Exchange in 2008 at financial ground zero. The VIX hit 90. Cats and dogs living together. I was there. What happened? This guy came in and, quote, saved capitalism. By doing what? By doing what he shouldn't have. You guys remember Occupy Wall Street? Bailing out Wall Street? No. Shit needs to be able to fail, folks. Not everybody gets a trophy. What is going on right now in the market as we are imploding right now is this man's fault, and he got a Nobel Peace Prize. It's like Obama getting elected and getting the Peace Prize, right? So dumb. The Fed is actually saying the quiet stuff out loud now. Evans says fighting inflation is a top priority. Even that, if that means what? Job losses. Oh boy, that is not good. The S&P is trading way below where Biden was inaugurated, despite trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars in stimulus. Trillions and trillions of dollars in stimulus, and look at us go. Ladies and gentlemen, just like I said with the Ukrainian war, it will get worse. This market, look at this. There's a bottom right there. There's a bottom that we are looking at a triple bottom here, man. If we don't hold here, it's look out below. I love look out below. That's Gordon Gekko talking. Wiz, I can't stand look out below. If you don't join this full, our Max Afterburn Lifetime group, you're going to get destroyed. We started these investment clubs back in the COVID crash. Why? Because people wanted to know all my intel after hours, what I'm trading, who I'm talking to, and guess what that turned into? About 186 people, a lot of them a hell of a lot smarter than me, sharing their intel, their commentary, their leads. We got we got doctors, attorneys, lawyers, business owners, traders. We got registered investment advisors in here. This is, like I said, one of the best. It is the best hedge fund that I've seen in 32 years. Why? Because we're trading our own money. Our give a shit meter is on give. If you're a, quote, professional trader at a large firm, it's on not. Oh, geez, I blew up this account. All right, well, I quit. I'm going to go with some other firm down the street. It's ridiculous, folks. So I love blood in the streets as an options trader. I don't love blood in the streets for you, especially if you're not going to take me up on the 60% offer. You have until midnight tonight. No, by the way, if you get by midnight tonight, you get on board, you make it to South Florida sometime, and I will take you flying in one of our fighter jets, man. Eat a banana for breakfast, because it's going to taste the same coming up as it did going down. All right, guys, I got to get going. How about those Panthers won their first game last night this year? This year, they're going to the Cup. And not only that, I'll take you flying in one of my fighter jets. You make it down here during hockey season, you're coming to the Top Gun Options Suite for a hockey game. Okay, so there you go. That's enough. All the discounts end at midnight tonight, and we're done. Probably not going to do that again. And even if I ever do offer a 50%, 60% discount, it's going to be off of $25,000, which will make it $12 to $13,000, which is more than what you'd be getting today. Email me now. Get your slot. I got to get going. Have a great rest of your day. Wiz at TopGunOptions.com. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. Fights on, and namaste.